Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, today I'm just going to be making a video solely on NVDA, and I'll make some more videos throughout the week on, Bitcoin, miners, etc. But today, just a video, and we'll jump straight into it. So, what I have here is the monthly chart pulled up. So we'll start here. And one thing I was just checking out the charts. One thing I found interesting was the stochastic RSI, like a little pattern, I guess, on it. So stochastic RSI is this white line you see here down here on the market cipher B indicator. I have it overlaid on it. Stochastic RSI you can pull up on regular trading view, and it's a free tool. So what I noticed is that when stochastic came up to the overbought area, which is an area at 100 or above, a little bit above 100, that's an overbought area on stochastic RSI. And every time it's gotten pinned, so hit the very top and pinned, and then so here, look. I'll zoom in on it. So every time it's come up to the very top at 100 and stay pinned, like just flat up here like that, and then started to curve down, there's been an average amount of days, right? It's happened 6 times in NVIDIA's history, okay? And the average amount of days that it can stay pinned for is 212.66 days. So we'll just say around 213 days, just to round it up. Okay? And that's before, so 212 days before it starts to curve down, right? Okay. So if we go to NVIDIA's current price action, what's it doing? It just got pinned. Okay? This past month of April. It just got pinned. So if we pull up, say, 214 days, that will put us November 1st, 2024, before the monthly stochastic starts to curve down. Potentially, just an average. It's something interesting I found. Doesn't mean it has to. It could go longer or shorter. But does that mean that's when NVIDIA could possibly top out? Or does it mean that NVIDIA just goes in a consolidation period for some months before continuing higher? Because that's what it's done before. Consolidation period, moved higher. Zoom in some more here. Consolidation, higher. This was a substantial top before a drawdown of 50%. Another drawdown, but ultimately moved higher. 45%. A drawdown again. 65% on that one. So I guess it's like more so 50-50 if it goes into consolidation period or it tops out, right? It has a substantial drop from there. If I were to make a guess, I would say possibly a top, honestly, into getting into because November, December, then it's 2025. I don't know if I'm not honestly so bullish on 2025 to be honest. 2025 could be an okay year though. It could be a good year still, especially considering the crypto cycle if it plays out like mainly every other cycle, every 4 year cycle. Um, but there's a decent chance we have a left translated cycle, and that could also correlate with equity markets as well, stocks. So I don't know. What's interesting though is that there's a 214-day period average before possibly a turnaround or consolidation period for NVIDIA. Okay. So in my videos, so I'll take that off. That was just interesting. I'll now clean up the chart, remove. And of course, I'm fucking removed my goddamn Fibonacci's. Let's see if I pull it up again. There's something like this, yeah. So in my video I made a couple days ago, I believe, or maybe last week, I was talking about it when NVIDIA was like in 800s. I was talking about NVIDIA looked very bullish and it's probably going to go over 1,000. And if it goes past 1,000, 1,334 is the next target. I still believe 1,334 is coming, but there's likely going to be resistance and some choppy price action before just going straight to 1,334. Okay, I don't think it's going to be just a straight line, but I do believe 1334 is going to come. That'll be an amazing take profit area for anybody in NVIDIA, in my opinion. Not financial advice. It's also going to be a heavy resistance area, no doubt. Okay, and I'll dig into why soon. But well, I mean, one of the reasons here is the monthly market cipher momentum waves. They're going to print a red dot. They're so fucking high. It's going to print a red dot. It's inevitable. It's going to print a red dot. It can't just keep moving up from here. It's going to print a red dot, and you also have a bearish divergence on VWAP. Okay? It's a pretty hefty fucking bearish divergence. And it's a monthly chart, so things take time to play out. But this is going to play out probably in the next 1 to 3 months, in my opinion. So we could see 1334 within 1 to 3 months before a move down, or we don't see 1334 yet. We move down first, however much down, before going to 1334. Or 1334 doesn't have to come. I believe it is, though. But monthly momentum waves are going to print a red dot. It's inevitable. And VWAP is going to get a negative crossover. Okay? But money flow in the monthly is still pointed up and very thick. Okay? It's very thick still. It can come a little bit higher. Okay, it's still very bullish money flow. And money flow is very important. So that's why I believe NVIDIA is still going to go higher even if we print a red dot. A red dot could just mean a consolidation, a little 1 to 2 months of red, maybe 3 months. A little bit of red, nothing crazy, nothing like a 40% drawdown or 30% drawdown or anything on NVIDIA. But maybe like a 15, 20%, 25 maybe? Who really knows? Let's see what this red dot did here. A 20%. So maybe like about a 20% drawdown for NVIDIA before continuing higher. Okay, so we'll remember that. Now, this is the 3-month chart, and I mean, this is just insane. Straight quarterly candles, fucking green dildos to the upside. But what do you see here on momentum waves? It's clear as day. There's clear bearish divergences. And this is a quarterly chart, okay? This is a much higher time frame. So NVIDIA could top out probably later this year, maybe some part of early 2025. Okay, money flow is still pointing up though, which is still very bullish. Okay, but there are bearish momentum or bearish divergences on momentum waves. Okay, and it's only so long that I mean momentum wave VWAP could stay positive for quite a while. But the big thing to take away here is bearish momentum waves. Yeah, bearish divergences on the momentum waves. Now, I'd say the one thing to kind of negate it is if momentum waves break above 104, which they're very close. Why I say that is because it would break this high of the momentum wave, this previous high, and the stochastic on the quarterly would likely get above this last high as well at 89. So that'll be a very good sign for NVIDIA as well as money flow still pointed up heavily. So Just an interesting look on the 3 month. Okay. Bottom line is NVIDIA is very strong, but I personally wouldn't be a buyer here, even after the stock split, thinking more about it. Why would I buy a stock like NVIDIA that's pumped how much since 2022 October? 867%. And if it goes to 1334, that's 1157%. But the people who are buying now to 1334, if it comes, they're they're wanting to make a 25% move about what the downside risk that Nvidia could have if it tops out and they don't sell at 1334 if it goes to 1334. A 50% more or 70% more drawdown. Yeah, that's horrible risk to reward when you got stocks out there like Tesla who are heavily undervalued. And think about it as an elevator. Elevator floor one was October 2022. This was floor one elevator, right? Now, NVIDIA's on elevator one, two, three, four, five, six. Elevator floor number 7. Okay, why would you want to buy an asset on floor number 7 when you can buy a great asset at floor number 1? Doesn't make much sense. At least to people who, I guess, have more understandings of the markets and stuff. They see green price action on the upside. I mean, it feels safe, right? Everybody wants it. It's how it usually goes. So, go into 2 week chart. Work our way down here to lower time frames. 2 week chart, extremely bullish, especially if NVIDIA this next week can get a closure above $973. If NVIDIA can get a closure above $973 in a 2 week, it's a very bullish candle, close above the highs, or the previous all-time highs, with a confirmed green dot on the 2 week. Money flow put it up, positive VWAP crossover, and the stochastic will start to curve up. That's a very bullish look. Again, 1334 is a high probability chance it gets hit. Okay? I'm not saying buy call options or anything though. Okay, I'm just saying NVIDIA is looking to go to 1334. As long as NVIDIA keeps running, the markets will do fine. NVIDIA is the biggest leader in equities. It's the baby of the stock market. As long as this baby keeps going, so will the stock market. Once NVIDIA really tops out, so will the stock market, in my opinion. Unless something else takes the mantle. Okay? But there's nothing out there that, as of right now, could take the mantle of what NVIDIA has done over the past, what, year and a half? Okay? NVIDIA is very strong. This is a good look on the 2 week. And there's no bearish divergences on the 2 week either. When money flow pointed up, makes me think it goes higher. Remember that late 2024 date, November. See what it looks like then. Weekly, money flow pointed up, positive VWAP crossover, confirmed a green dot 2 weeks ago. It's stochastic is now pointed up. So it's a weekly, a little bit faster time frame than 2 week. Okay. And this is a very bullish weekly candle close. Okay. You got a engulfing green candle. Well, on my trading view, it's white, but on other people's, it's probably a green engulfing candle to the upside with a close above previous all-time highs at 975, 974, whatever that is. Very bullish for continuation. There's no bearish divergences on the weekly. But if we go to 1334, there could be a possible bearish divergence here that could form. Okay? Something like this. If we go to 1334 and either have a correction sideways or a correction down with a bearish divergence that could play out on the weekly time frame for market cipher. Okay? Got to think ahead on this. Doesn't mean it tops out there though. So weekly time frame overall very bullish. Let's go to the 3-day chart. Okay. NVDA on the 3-day chart, money flow is starting to diverge on the 3-day chart. And there's going to start to become probably strong probabilities that the 3-day can start forming bearish divergences over time. It's a 3-day chart. It's a lot quicker than a 2-week and a weekly and a monthly. It could take a lot of time before fully playing out, right? And who knows how it will look like. Bearish divergences can also get invalidated, okay, if the asset is just so strong. But 3-day chart, bullish, but you do have a gap fill at 1,014 and to 960 about. So that'll be a zone to watch. And I'll actually mark that for myself here. Where's the rectangle? Here we go. Okay. All right, so nice gap fill zone there on the 3-day. Overall, this NVIDIA just looks pretty bullish. Can't deny it. Daily money flow bearish divergence so far, but it could just keep continuing up. But money flow has come out decently while price is starting to push for new highs. Okay, and daily VWAP is inevitable. It is going to have to reset soon. It's been positive since April 23rd, so a full month it's been positive on the daily chart. That's pretty fucking insane. I don't think I've ever seen that, even on something like Bitcoin or altcoins. Wow, that's very fucking interesting. So, good chance we could hit this gap fill. Who knows when, but maybe soon. So that's the daily. 4-hour. Dickens is the medium-term time frames. Yeah, that gap still shows up here on the 4-hour as well. Money flow pointed up. It just went green May 16th. Not bad. And no bearish divergence really right now on the 4-hour chart. So we could continue higher. Let's see if we can pull up a short-term type of fib. Okay, so we might find short-term resistance at 1108.59 for NVIDIA. And then maybe we can get this gap fill and continue making bearish divergences on the lower time frames. Maybe like a 4-hour or daily. Continuing to that 1300 level. There's a lot of confluence there. So support, yeah, there's going to be support in this whole zone of the gap fill, especially at 973, which was a wick high. A wick all-time high on NVIDIA back in March 8th, 2024. So, NVIDIA still looking very fucking strong. It's going to likely continue this year and the year off well. But I think with both markets, equity and crypto, by end of the year, it's probably a great idea to be booking in profits heavily. Maybe not all, but heavily. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. I'll continue making more videos. NVIDIA looks fucking amazing. Congrats to anybody who's a holder of NVIDIA. And hell yeah. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.